something cool? It's a light controller for the stage. This thing's sick. My uncle RJ made it, or it's from his band. One of his bandmates made it. It's fucking wood. Plug it in. You plug different lights into the back of that.
I couldn't hold that face much longer. That thing is pretty awesome.
Isn't this dope?
Yeah, what's up, motherfuckers? I'm Roman, and this is Batlock. Wait, I'm Rolock, this is Batman, and you're watching the West Goats live stream, coming at you all up in your grill from the underground music station here in Hood River, Oregon, out in the beautiful and stankin' Columbia River Gorge, slightly crowded also. Tonight, vague imaginary faceless groups like Amphita and Deep Slate. What do they want? Who are they? What's their agenda? And why did they do that to my daughter on her birthday? Also, later, microdosing rabies with the hopes of curing night terrors. Does it work? We'll ask the experts. Also, do you live in the gorge? Driving east on 84 through Hood River. Is it comparable to running the gauntlet? Or maybe Mad Max? You tell us. It's really hard work doing live streams. Okay, all of this is brought to you by Abreva. Abreva, the most trusted cold sore medication in the sex work industry for 20 years. Abreva, that's pretty hot for a cold sore. James Anderson, Hood Printing, thanks for the joke.
Yeah, nice.
All right, now that I've gotten the sponsorships out of the way, we're rich now. Back to this time machine you got here.
So, yeah, I think it probably gets pretty warm, I'm guessing, but I think we're going to try it out for something. So I got this idea. What do you guys think, stream? I don't know. Like, maybe I'll say this now. Maybe I'll try to say it again later or something because it probably isn't anybody on there. But what do you guys think of the idea of having a projector where you can play, like, video games, like, at our shows? Like we'll project the image.
Like the crowd can play the video games?
Yeah.
Like, I love interactive shit, so that's a great idea.
Yeah, you just put the fucking controllers on the edge of the stage and you just turn it on and just say, hey, if you guys want to play some fucking games and shit. And I'll just bring, like, the Xbox 360. We got, like, a band Xbox 360 here at the underground music station.
That's a pretty cool idea.
Yeah, thanks.
So,
I'm just, I'm trying to think about ways that can be, like...
So would the screen be behind us?
I'm not sure. Probably, like, I couldn't guarantee it'd be any one place for every place.
Because you were talking about that thing you saw at the Tool show.
Yeah, I'd like to bring a screen that's, like, see-through, but yet when you project something on it... So you could still
see the band completely.
Yeah.
Where did you go? Moda?
Yep. So, yeah, they had a big fucking screen, and anyone that went to Tool, like, last year probably, like, vouched for this, but, like, there's this big fucking, like, super thin layer of something that you could see, like
the whole show. It was there.
No, it pulled up and moved out the way.
Okay.
Yeah, but it allowed for another layer. And
because I feel like if someone was playing a video game on that, it would kind of like take away from the show. Plus, you draw a really weird crowd, really weird mix of people.
So what you do is here's what you do. You put lights directly on the band.
Glasses suck.
Like directly on you, like, on the band, on us.
Mm-hmm.
And so then the game's there, but then it's like you're still really there, but because you're going to be lit up.
Right.
But it's just like, it's like a layering experience.
That's pretty cool.
If there's no light on you, then there's definitely they won't see you. But that's what's interesting a little bit too, is that you could actually, like, turn the lights off of yourself for some of it, so that, like, people couldn't see you. So, like, the fact that it could go back and forth.
That's pretty cool. Anything that's out of the ordinary, or especially audience interactive, like, I like that idea of the audience playing a video game. So remember I told you that, Fish, they're, like, really into gimmicks and gags. One of the first Fish show I saw, I went to it by myself. Caught a bus downtown, just walked in the box office, bought a ticket, went inside, and it was the tour where they had a chessboard up, and the audience would make the chess move collectively, and it was the audience against Fish. Just anything interactive.
Yeah,
I just think it's pretty cool.
I just don't know why not, because it doesn't seem like it takes a whole lot more. The reason I thought about just not having a screen and just projecting the image And just, like, I have this race car game on there, and it's, like, off-road racing, but it's kind of fun, you know? But, like, if you just made it just that game, for instance, it's just a pretty fucking big car, like, with the projector.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty fucking, make it pretty big, right? So
right.
you don't have to look, you don't have to be able to see it that well. So if it just projected literally on the band themselves, that might be kind of fun.
What if there was, like, check this out. What if there was, like, a screen on the kick drum or something?
Yeah. That's a good idea.
No, it's not. You wouldn't even be able to see it. Especially when you're a band as big as us. We play on huge stages.
Again,
it's like 300 feet just to the first pedal board.
If it's a screen where you have like this much of the outdoor and then the car's like yay, then yeah, you wouldn't see it. But if it's a projector, then I could like blow it up so that you can see where the car's at more than the surroundings.
You
right?
could, hey, you could also have like a competition. You could like have the audience like go up against each other or something. Have something going on. So I told you I had something I wanted to tell you about. Or that'd be fine too. I told you I had something I wanted to tell you about, right? I was going to spring it on you. That's interesting. Mm-hmm. So I just got a message from a dude on YouTube who apparently stumbled upon a video I made years ago, and it's me playing a Propagandy cover. You familiar with Propagandy? So Propagandy is, I want to say they are my favorite band of all time, and it's like toss up between them and two other bands, but they're definitely up there. Propagandy is one of the greatest bands in the history of the world. So like I did one of their songs, and a guy asked me if he could use my video on a Propagandy documentary or something that he's making.
Huh.
I thought it was weird, so I asked him like what the context was, and I also said thanks for asking. And then I realized I have a Propagandy cover out there, and this whole thing is just weird. Like, what is the right approach to this? It's me playing someone else's music, right? I don't want that shit out there, even if it is a Propagandy movie. Like, I'm kind of ashamed of playing other people's music in a weird way.
Well, I mean, I don't know if the word's ashamed as much as you're just not doing what you think your full potential is. You know? Because ashamed is a different one. Like, that's a different kind of thing. I don't think it's, like, it's quite so... You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, like, I don't think you're personal. It's not personal. It's just, like, you'd rather just... Because you've written your own songs, then it just makes a lot of sense to just... Why not just have your own stuff out there?
Okay, well, here's the dude. Yeah, totally. Well, there's that. And, you know, there's some truth to what you said there. I think it's also that, like, I don't know. I don't like playing covers. I'm like, I guess the word might be embarrassed by it. Like, why was I playing someone else's song? I almost sprung it, like, on you guys.
Well, it's
like should we play this song? And I'm like, nah, dude, like, some songs just shouldn't be covered. And I don't know, maybe it's all in my head, actually. Now that I hear myself saying it, you know, I'm stupid. So he's saying, he's saying, can I sample your audio in an episode of Unscripted Moments? It's a podcast about Propagandy. And I said, what's the context, and thanks for asking. He said, I'd also like to add that you are under zero obligation or pressure to say yes. There's no compulsion here, friend. I should just say go for it, huh? I mean, what the fuck? I mean, if you're a Propagandy fan, you know what I mean?
I don't know. What does Chris Woody think about it since he's talking shit on Facebook?
He's talking shit right now?
Yeah.
So, what do you think? What do you think, Chris? Woody?
You fuckhead. Why don't you tell us what you think?
Yeah. Seriously. I mean, should I give some rando? I mean, maybe I should check out the podcast, right? But I don't really have time to do that right now. I'm doing my own podcast. You know what I mean? But like, I mean, it sounds like a nice guy. I feel like Propagandy fans, it's like, I don't know. You think the worst thing that could happen is he's lying and he has a podcast that's anti-Propagandy, and he's like, look at this dumbass playing a Propagandy song.
But that's almost better though, dude. That's way more fun.
Totally. All right, I'll just say go for it. I'll say go for it. I got nothing to lose.
I mean, the worst thing that can happen is
I'll
get sued.
I'll say the same thing I said to you, Chris. I'll say to him, yeah, go ahead and use it, and I'll figure out what to do with all the cash. Shit. Okay. So, go for it.
Chris, why are you talking to us, dude? We talk about you all the time.
No, I'll say.
Your ears is ringing.
No, I got a funny Chris Woody story, and it's not even true. It's just some. It's something you said. It was just
keep baiting him into.
It was just some image that you said. It was just like that you said may or may not be true of just him walking into the Music Underground with like a bag of Chinese food, and it's all leaning sideways, and all the sweet and sour spilling out behind him. And there's just a trail of sweet and sour out the door.
Did that happen or not, Chris?
Woo,
Come on,
damn.
answer us.
I'll just say go for it. I'll figure out what to do without the cash. Oh wait, or how about something even worse? Instead of the cash, I'll be like, no. I'm gonna be like, when should I expect a cease and desist?
No, hey, yes, you can use it. And by the way, could you delete these emails? And you stole it, as far as I'm concerned. Goodbye.
Go for it. If I get sued, I'm coming for you. No, Propaganda's not suing anybody. I'll just say go for it.
Right. No, I mean, like, that's the whole thing is, like, I don't think even the bands are mad at people, really, probably as much as, like, record companies own shit. And if they can win money, then why not, right? I mean...
Yeah, so, and you're right, but
they'll do it if they can try, whatever.
Right. And you're right, but I mean, there are some artists, too, who are all persnickety about their stuff.
Yeah, some of them have good deals with people, and some of them have good... I'm sure there's record companies out there that, like, because their bands may not be as mainstream as other bands, they look at situations like covers as, like, a good part of getting their music out there, as opposed to bands like, say, the Beatles, whose management on the Beatles music is, like, so ridiculous. It wasn't even it was, like, exclusive and a bunch of things. Like, it wasn't even available forever.
I would rather... Yeah.
You know what I'm getting at.
I do. I think about it myself. I think about it, what if it was me?
Well, like, right now? Because
no, just like at any time in life.
Well,
like, what if it was me? What if someone else is playing one of my songs?
That's what I'm saying. Right now, before we're making any money with any of our
before
songs,
I'm making money,
or
even if I was, even if it was like a super popular song, I think to me, I would. This is how I truly would feel. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
I would care more if you were ripping off a likeness.
Right. But
Does that make sense?
I think
that feels a little more fucked up to me. Like if you're playing one of my riffs but not my song. That would fucking piss me off.
That's what I was going to get at. I was going to say is, like, that's probably why.
Which is kind of like what everyone did with Eddie Van Halen shit in the fucking 80s. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm saying that's probably why those specific instances, they are strict about it, because they don't know which part of it is offensive to which particular person. So to you, that part would be the part that bugged you, but other people would be like, no, I'm concerned about these specific lyrics, And another person's like, no, it's really that melody that I did. Like, that's, like, if you steal that, fuck you. Like, singing this particular, like, vocal melody or whatever to that note.
You know what?
Is mine. You know what I mean? Because there's some relationship that, like, this X, Y, and Z makes this, and that's what you hear.
I have a huge disagreement with like a lot of that shit. Like I don't know. It's such a long, big fucking conversation. That's like 20 podcasts of talking.
Well, no,
it's a good conversation.
Well, the thing is, like I said, I don't think what I guess my opinion of it is that there's just such a broad concept, such a broad range of ideas that could happen there, that it should be really open until people have abused it. And it's obvious they've abused it.
It's obvious, crystal clear that they've abused it. Not just a sort of like
not a little bit.
So, because too,
that's how lawyers work, is they try to fuck with that line of what is obvious and what's not.
And as a musician too.
Pushing.
I'm sorry, I just gotta say it because it'll escape my mind. I can't remember. I have a terrible short-term memory for some reason. Wait, what was I thinking about? No, it's like. Oh wait, I actually did forget what I was talking about. No, I was talking about like the likeness. You know just as well as any other musician that you could be working on a riff or just playing a guitar. You're just sitting around noodling and you're like, what is that? And you stumble into it. And then you find out, okay, it's this Elton John hook, right? Like what we're talking about, like a melody that's copywritten. But you're like, did I stumble into it because I've heard that song? Or was it inevitable that somebody was going to stumble into that riff and use that riff or something similar to that riff and make that song? I'm just saying, a lot of good music was written in a short period of time, and that seems to be the only music people are really going after people for copyright shit. Meaning, there was a lot, like you said with the Beatles, man, it was endless. These hooks were going to be written no matter what, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, yeah, because there's only so many notes.
There's only so many fucking notes. There's only so many hooks, and it's like you can't just fucking own that. Like we know it's your we know Rocket Man, dude. We know it's your riff, you know, or whatever. I don't know why I'm targeting that. I think it's because it's something everyone knows.
No,
Sometimes everybody's familiar
I think
with.
that there's 150 songs that everybody knows that have a million that you'll stumble upon 3 or 4 notes in a row at that right tempo and that right amount of sustained note and the right amount of everything. And
you're like, hey, that's so and so's riff or whatever.
It sounds like, but you know, maybe you're missing one of the notes. Like it's like 4 of the 5 or whatever. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
Like it's close.
Well,
but you can hear it in there. You know, like what were we fucking with last practice? Wasn't quite the song.
The nuances, you know you know that too. Though the nuances are so different. Like, the point. A really good example is I could hand you Jimi Hendrix's guitar, his amp, his cable. You're not going to sound like Jimmy. I could even show you how the songs are played. You still ain't going to sound like Jimmy.
Right.
You could even get the guy who's the closest sound like Jimmy to play Jimmy's gear. He's still ain't going to sound like Jimmy. Right. The nuances are so fucking subtle. I had a student he's writing a song. I'm helping him write a song. And he had this riff going. I'm like, sick. And I hit the loop pedal and recorded it. And kept it for him. I'm like, we're going to build on that. And I showed him how to harmonize in fourths. And we were like using different harmonies. And I'm like, let's use that example and drop a harmony. So we made the riff and it's sick. Next week, come back. I'm like, you want to play that riff? He didn't know it. He couldn't play it. He kept playing all these like variations of it. Like, I'm like, almost. Right. No, not even almost. It's like, nah, sort of. No. You want to hear it now? You know what I mean? Yeah. After a while, I'm like, I played it for him. He's like, oh. I'm like, all those nuances are part of that riff.
Yeah.
Like, it's so fucking subtle. And of course, he's not played that riff like that still since. And we did a different variation of that riff, but that original cannot be replicated.
Yeah, I mean, that's just how it goes.
That's just how it goes.
And that's one of the things I've recognized in being in bands is one of the skills that most important in being a band is replicating something. So
you mentioned this a lot.
Whatever it is that you're going to do, if you can't, I guess you don't have to do that, but you should.
I'm saying you're right. And
it's kind of like how writers, it's like this concept of like, you have to write by the rules, and then once you know how, you don't have to anymore, but you have to for a long time.
Yep.
To sustain, to establish that relationship with everybody,
Yeah, no, you just described like like a quarterback in football or something. Like you once they get comfortable, you kind of let them go off on their own. But they got to follow all these rules at first. Like once you get there, and then once you're like established a little bit, you can kind of like make up your own rules in a sense.
Well, like like I told you guys, like at practice, like I'm fucking pushing this thing, like I'm doing, like I wouldn't really play it like this in the real world. Sometimes I would, sometimes I wouldn't. Sometimes I feel like I would just be like, go ape shit for some reason in a particular night, just be weird or something, you never know. But you never really give up the right to like do something weird. If you feel like it. Whoa, what you do today, dude?
Oh, he's tired. Dude, what a beautiful fucking day. It was so nice. So nice out today, and also some really, not just a beautiful day. We're talking about the 1-year anniversary of the WHO declaring the coronavirus a global pandemic. I remember this week really well because Roman and me, our band, the West Goats, played our only show at River City. And then, a few days later, now this shit happened. But man, it's a beautiful day. It's all sunny out, and Inslee issued that shit today or whatever, like we're going into phase 3 or whatever. Basically, we're opening back up around here, and that is just super great news, isn't it?
Oh, I'm fucking jacked.
I am fucking jacked too. Here's another thing. The Mariners are playing San Francisco, their opening game, with audience in attendance, 25%.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, and Hood River County right now is like the fucking in the best like spot in the state of Oregon. So like,
what do you mean, like infection rates or something?
Yeah.
Cool.
We're in like the.
I'll believe that. Like I don't know. We also live in this like place where people travel, but
No, but I don't know why, but it just went. The cases here went way the fuck down. But anyways,
that's great.
I heard today something like fucking a quarter of the populations had their first vaccine at least, or something.
In this town?
In the country.
Oh, in the country, right? 95 million. 95 million. So, I mean, we have 340 million people. So, 90. So we could expect 100,000 by the end of the day, probably. I'm guessing. So, yeah.
So I would say something like, though, when we get to probably 250, we're good.
That's a lot.
No, but when did we start this? That's 6 weeks, probably. I bet you.
That's crazy.
I bet it's 6 weeks. That's my guess. I threw that out there at a meeting because we were talking about some details at work about things we have to do that are with the public, and my prediction was that in 6 weeks, mostly because I'm looking at this trend that we've been doing here in the last month or so, 2 months. That's just been like bam, bam, bam. And so if it keeps going bam, 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 like as long as there's nothing to stop that, it's just going back to normal as fast as they fucking can.
It's pretty sweet.
Right. You know what I mean? Because, man, everybody knows people need money. And when the sun hits, they need people to drink beer and shit and rock out, you know? And that's what's up.
Now, here's what I gotta say to the safety geeks. I've personally, my wife and I, my wife's a teacher, and I'm in education of sorts. I instruct guitar here, if you want to call that being a teacher. I don't think it is that. Anyway, we're with kids, and we followed every single CDC guideline the whole time. The whole time. When they said go on lockdown, we went on frickin' lockdown. When they said do this, do that, we did this, we did that. And I did it each time, even though like the governor, like Inslee shut down the state while Yakima's infection rates flew, if anybody remembers this, because this is a year ago, right, when all this happened. And look, I don't want to get all amped up and angry, but the government response was jacked. Yeah. So jacked all the way across, left and right, whatever you want to call it, red and blue, jacked. No coordination, complete shit show. And the whole time, I just grinded my teeth and said, okay, and did it. Now, the point of me saying that is, when the CDC says now that we can go to 50%, just like they've said for the last year, I'm going to follow their advice, and we're going to 50%. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It means, yeah, sure. I've followed your rules the whole time, but if you're saying go, we're going to fucking go. We're going to play a goddamn show.
Yeah.
Do what you got to do. Wear a mask, fucking social distance, wash your fucking dick, or whatever people do. Fuck, I don't care. But we're playing a goddamn show. I'm just so fucking over this shit. Sorry, I just wanted to fucking get that out.
People need to have, I think for one, I'm not going to lie, whatever it is I'm going to say, somebody already said whatever I'm going to say. So I just agree with somebody else. That's what I'm going to say. But here's the thing. There's a certain amount of people that were going to die this year.
That we're going to?
Yeah, no matter what. It was less than how many died. A lot more died this year than a normal year. Right? Is that true?
I don't know what you mean.
Because of COVID was added to the shit that killed people this year. Okay. More people died this year than an average year.
Okay.
Right?
I don't know. I don't know if that's statistically true. I mean, I know other diseases, transmissible diseases were down. I don't really know.
Other transmissible diseases.
Well, respiratory diseases.
Certain types of things.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I don't know. But go on. Go on. I hear him.
But either way. Mm-hmm. There comes a point where whatever that height of that there's a certain breaking point because of the way that it affects a certain part of the population, which, I guess to say it in a short way, it kills a certain age range or an unhealthy part of the population, and it just kills them down until it gets to a point where there's only people really that are, that aren't deadly, they don't have deadly results to the infection one way or the other.
To this specific infection, you're saying like...
Yeah, and I still think that, like, I'm yet to see any kind of real serious anything that has to do with, like, variants. Just, it seems like you hear that a lot, but it's also, like, tied to some super, like, over-the-top writing in most of the articles that I read that have to do with that. And so I kind of am skeptical about how serious that is when the hospitalization rates are like plummeting.
Well, I actually know a few things about this if you want me to blah, 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 blah about it. So everything's speculation. My speculation this is just Nick speculation, is that there's been variants the whole time, and now we're looking for them. And that would explain why Italy blew up in the beginning and other places didn't, and so on and so forth. But here's another, that's just my speculation. Here's some shit that's not speculation. The Black Plague, the Spanish flu, they all had variants. There was another flu outbreak like in the 60s, man, during Woodstock, bro. Look this shit up. Another novel flu outbreak that also had tons of variants. Something that's really crazy about the bubonic is there was supposedly reports that there were variants in the UK that you would become symptomatic within hours, and it had a 100% mortality rate. Fuck that. Now what's interesting about that though, and check me out here, Roman, is that those variants didn't survive because they killed their fucking hosts.
Right.
That's just simple fucking math right there. You want your host to stay alive. That's why the common cold and flu strains that we know have such a low mortality rate. It's because the lowest mortality rate variant survives. If your host is immobilized in a hospital or dead, you die with the host. Sure. So anyway, what I think about that is I don't know that I totally right at the moment agree with that weak people and people with weak immune systems, or people just susceptible, like, oh, they're going to get sick and then there's, have some compromised issue with their health. They're just going to die from this. And the reason why is because it's novel. Novel means nobody has any antibodies that kill it. That's why there's asymptomatic transmission. Well, because it gets in your body and you don't show symptoms, but it's proliferating like a motherfucker, and there's nothing to kill it, and it's just getting everywhere. And it's in some, you could literally, like, you could imagine like one dude in a grocery store with one variant, and right next to another guy who has another one, and like this dude's been around like people all day and he didn't spread shit. This dude, just one drop, bam, and it just takes off like that because there's no natural defense to slow down the virility yet.
So what I mean,
so there we go. That's what I know.
So what I mean is, like, after everybody's mostly been vaccinated, I'm saying, like, there will be still, leaks in the system one way or the other, because there always is, because even when they have diseases that they have vaccines to, there's still somebody that can't take it, or there's something, right?
We're talking about specifically respiratory viruses.
Well, I'm saying,
which parasites technically.
I'm saying mathematically, what we do know is about, like, a lot of things that we have some kind of a vaccine for, though, that's in relation to that, and how many people that take that kind of a vaccine, how many more, because, like you said, they get some kind of their body gets some kind of dose of that particular type of like in this case a coronavirus, some kind of variant of that, and so they gets used to it to some degree, builds up some kind of a playbook, and then what I'm getting at is that no matter how deadly it is, like you said, if it's too deadly, then it kills too many people and then it doesn't spread. But there's that middle upper range where it kills a lot of people and it spreads a lot, in which this one is why it's so shitty and why we all had to fucking stay home. That's still got to play out to some degree. Now, don't get me wrong, it could be dark. That could be dark. I mean, I could be talking about a lot of people. I don't know what a number is. But I still think it becomes a number at some point where it just doesn't affect, because it's already gone through a really large portion of people that did get over it. Like, so, that percentage is pretty fucking high. I think, and I could be wrong about this, and I don't want to be spreading any misinformation on anything, so this could be, seriously, this could be incorrect, but I think Fauci even would probably agree with this, that the idea of just a flu vaccination is that you're reducing the virility load in your body. Like, you might get the flu and get mild symptoms, for example, from a normal flu vaccine in a normal year, right? But the idea is you get mild symptoms because you were vaccinated. So you did get sick. You were part of that 50% of people who got sick even though you were vaccinated. But the idea is that your virility load, it's not able to proliferate as much as it would if you weren't vaccinated, which means it reduces transmission.
Now, I might be wrong about that, but I believe that's the concept of vaccination for respiratory illnesses exclusively. Not like fucking measles or something like that. But like of transmissible airborne respiratory disease vaccine. Okay, alright. I think. I don't know. Somebody's gonna fact check me and then I'm gonna get flagged by a fucking somebody and then I'm gonna get a phone call from whatever that guy's name is and
like
next thing you know I'm fucking
if it was a common cold
tied up in the back of an Arby's parking lot chewing on an old dried up piece of bread somebody threw out of a car at me when I asked him for a quarter for a bus ticket. Sorry, I'm done.
No, I think if a common cold, like you said, doesn't kill very many people, so everybody walks around with the shit and they give it to each other, and then so it lives pretty fucking peacefully.
Lives peacefully with a low mortality rate variant.
Low mortality rate, so they get a flu shot. And so my theory is you get a flu shot, I don't even know what the fuck that is, most people don't get it, they get the flu, they shit their brains out and they're over it, or whatever, but it's not deadly flu. A certain amount of population get a flu shot because it's more likely that they're gonna suffer from a flu, right? And so it's like, it's got, if it's related in that world at all, then it has to land somewhere between this is just killing so many fucking people that we just really just don't ever get to go outside. It kind of seems like if that was the truth of it, we'd know that by now because we've been up. There's too many places where people are just up in each other's shit. Like planes, for instance.
Yeah.
They've been flying for a long time.
No, well,
right?
we've done this
Why
forever.
Why is there this ridiculous fucking obvious trace to planes?
Yeah.
It's not like that.
Well, because
it can't be. There's something else going on here.
Dude,
you'd be able to see it. Like, fuck, look at that plane. You know what I mean?
People died of all kinds of weird, random shit. Dude, there's this weird theory, man. This is kind of a gear shift here, and we probably need it because this conversation's too serious. There was this crazy dude I heard. And I love this, I love this kind of back and forth with this because it was so cool. I can't remember all the details, damn it. It was on NPR. He wrote a book, and his theory was about how humans don't belong on Earth. And it was just so damn compelling. He's like, we got bad backs, we got allergies, every disease fucks us up. He's like, other animals carry around like deadly viruses of all different kinds. If it mutates and gets into us, we're dead. All of us. It annihilates half the planet. There was a whole bunch of other things that the dude was pointing out that just said, like, humans aren't from Earth, don't belong to be on, or not, they don't belong in the ecosystem of Earth. Oh, digestibility of food and shit, too. Like, all of us have digestive issues and so many weird random diseases, and, like, no other animals here have them. It's weird. It was a weird theory.
Well,
but, like, yeah, that's the other thing, is, like, new viruses mutate and they just annihilates us. Like, I heard... from my source is my brother, so this might not be a good source, that gorillas get Ebola, and that's how it initially spreads. It's like that hunters will either hunt or stumble upon just a dead gorilla that was infected with Ebola. But the point is that they weren't just infected, that they were symptomatic. I don't know if that's true or not. Anybody listening want to... Any one of the 400,000 viewers? Wow, that's great. Any one of the 400,000 viewers want to... Okay, it just went down to 10 viewers. What happened? Nick talks. People stop watching. No, that's cool. I can dig. Because we're talking about diseases and shit, man.
People need to learn. Maybe people might need to learn about from people that don't know what they're talking about. That could be a really important part of their life.
Maybe.
Some people really like to get their information from people that don't really totally know what they mean.
I do pay attention, and I do, yeah.
No, I bet you most of the things that we're talking about are pretty accurate, even though if they're... The thing is, look, you could talk about, there's like a conversation you could have that says, let's just use the analogy of football. You're like, what the length of the field is.
Tom Brady.
That's an actual, just a fact. And you could say, the weight or, the size of the football. That's, a fact, right? But, who's going to win the Super Bowl next year? That's an opinion. Nobody wants to talk about what the weight of the ball is. Everybody can figure that out already. You know what I mean? Everybody knows it's 100 yards. You know, like, nobody gives a fuck about that, right? They want to hear, like, how... They don't care how the disease is spread, because that's actually... You could look that up.
Right.
They actually want to know what you just guess.
Yeah.
It's going to do to the motherfucker.
No, you're so right.
You see what I'm getting at? Like,
no, I do. You know what's funny, man, that you're mentioning that is because I was gonna bring something kind of similar up tonight about sports, just like you did, which is arbitrary stats. Right. That's all sports casting is. It's like, he wore these same pair of cleats last year every time he was in Cincinnati, and they won every game by 3 points in the fourth quarter every time he wore those cleats. He's not wearing those cleats tonight because they changed the turf. That's going to change the game. Back to you, Bob.
Yeah. Yeah, but if you
arbitrary stats, you're like, no shit, dude. It's all about the cleats, bro.
At the end of the game, when the dude slips, but at the end of the game, when the dude slips,
validation.
It's like, whoa, I told you it was the cleats.
Nah, validation.
That's why it's fun to talk about crazy shit.
And then you got Abreva calling you for more ad revenue.
That's why it's fun, though. That's my point. Sports are fucking fun because they don't matter. That's the point. See, like that, you can go, oh my God, if they don't win, the city's gonna go crazy. You know, like, nobody cares. I mean, yeah, some guys are gonna we'll punch each other and go to jail.
Dude, my wife.
It's not like no one's starting a bomb. There's no bombings. Like, it isn't Trump. It's not like a fucking.
Oh, you dropped the T word on this cast. No, it's okay. Whatever's gonna happen eventually.
No, it's not like it's not like a fucking White House, U.S. Capitol. Like, some kind of fucking, like, people aren't actually, it's not politics. It's like, sports make me laugh.
I was going to say, I think most people would rather be at a football game than storming the Capitol. I don't think that's not what people want. You know what Americans want? They want hot pizza, cold beer, and a place to take a shit with a door on it.
And a bowl.
You don't want the dog looking at you? I stole that.
And you don't want the dog.
But that's seriously what Americans want, dude. I mean, that's what I think we want.
You know what I want?
I don't want to walk around with an assault rifle bitching at people. I just want to eat pizza, get drunk, and play rock and roll music.
You know what I want?
Maybe work once in a while.
I want people to quit.
Yeah. Too hard.
Even if you're, let me just say, you can always be nice. Even if one of you hillbillies out there is getting ready to murder someone tonight, you can still smile while you did it. You can still be kind. I mean, I don't understand why anger seems like people just got to be married to the anger. Like, if you're going to ruin your life, could you please keep it down while you do it?
Yeah,
I'm asking as nice as I can. Like, I don't know why people are so mad all the time.
Why are people so mad?
This gentleman yelled at me today. I'll show this to you. I gotta tell you, I was gonna talk about this.
Life's not that fucking bad, dude.
I was gonna talk about this.
I mean, I'm not a baller, and
this guy.
I still get excited over cheeseburgers, man. I really do get excited over cheeseburgers. Well, yeah, so I had to take a break because I was eating way too many cheeseburgers. And I've talked about this on this podcast before, streamcast, whatever you want to call it. Way too many. Addicted to Five Guys burgers. Addicted to any burgers. So I'm on a beef break, man. And it's depressing. It's depressing. Life's hard. I wake up, I don't know who I am. I look in the mirror, I'm like, who are you? No cheese melting over beef. No toasted buns. No crispy vegetables in my life. Also, I can't eat fried food, which I'm also addicted to fried food. Oh, God, I'm gonna fucking die.
Amen.
All right, what do you got there?
All right, this guy, Matt Wilson.
All right, Matt.
I was just fucking around with this post today that I saw. Some guy has a flag on his porch. Probably somebody might have saw this headline. This guy has a flag on his porch, and it says "fuck Biden."
Yeah, I did see that.
Anyways, so all I did was, it was just like, I read a little bit of it, and it was like, the guy's like kind of.
Oh, I commented on that. I said something about a snowflake. I said snowflake.
Yeah, you did. I see that now.
Yeah.
Anyways, I wrote, well, as long as they ask for forgiveness on Sunday, it's like. Fuck Biden on.
No, I love that
Monday through
logic.
Saturday. And on Sunday, I'm like, Lord, I'm sorry for being such a cocksucker. Could you please forgive me? And please make my dick hard tonight so I can get some work done. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Anyway, and I'll take a raise too if you got them. Oh, anyways, I was just fucking. I don't even know if anybody understands what I'm talking about. But I didn't explain it. I wasn't invested in it. I just wanted to write something because I thought it was funny. Because actually, you know, what do I care? Fuck Biden. Sure, I don't even care. But like, I thought it was funny. The whole conversation was about whether or not you should have a sign on your porch in a neighborhood that says "fuck." That's gigantic, and that like is a little over the top. Anyway,
you know what? That's so complicated. I'd say it depends on the neighborhood.
The guy.
That's why it's a democracy. Is a consensus. So if the consensus says the flag stays, the flag stays.
So
I've seen some shit. I know a dude who had a McCain Palin sign up for. He still has it up. I'm for real. The store in St. Paul, Oregon, had a huge McCain Palin sign up for 6 years after Obama was elected, dude. Those dudes do not let go. I'm serious. All right, go on.
No, this guy's like, he's just asking me questions like, "What are you talking about?" and shit. I'm like, "I don't know, dude. Like, you're probably like, I figured he was trolling me, you know? He's like, he's just fucking with me, so I didn't care. So I just told him to watch the podcast. So I thought maybe, you know, like, so I dropped that on him, and then he goes, he's like, "I got no idea what the troll game is, but apparently you don't know what they should ask for forgiveness for." And he wants me to like explain my post, and I'm like, "Dude, whoa." And so then I said, "Bro, I'm not even into these long posts, man. Man, if you don't get what I mean, that's okay. But like, you should tune into my live stream because I'm always down to talk about this shit." Like,
communicating through text is so difficult.
Even
with people who know you and know the nuances of how you talk. Like I remember sending my mom a text that said "fuck yeah," but it was YA. You've done this to me.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
That says "fuck yeah." Like fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah is YEAH, motherfucker.
I've never even thought of that.
Me either, until my mom flipped out on me, and she's like, "What do you mean by that?" I'm like, "Oh my god, mom! Like it was just a misunderstanding. If you would have seen my face, you'd be like, fuck yeah. It wasn't fuck yeah." But that's what I mean. Text, so much nuance is lost in text, and even when you're talking, that's why talking to strangers on social media is so funny. And you know who you've got when you got them. You know what I mean? Like I mean, all of us are learning with it. All of us are growing with it. None of us are experts at it.
Well, I mean,
you know what I'm saying? It changes every year. I left Facebook for 5 fucking years, and what I remember is when I came back, it was this whole new landscape of weirdness. It took me a while to acclimate.
Yeah.
It's hard to understand who's who, what's what, and sometimes, once in a while, you know what I mean? Like today, I had a conversation with somebody. They were a dick to me, and I was nice back, and then they apologized. They said, "Sorry for being snarky."
Yeah, I've done that.
Same here. And it's kind of like, that's why I was like, I wasn't trying to perpetuate it. I'm not trying to argue with you. Like, I'm on here to just like jibber jabber. And then, you know, once in a while, if somebody wants to fuck with me, I'll fuck with them.
Let me tell you this guy's next thing after I said.
And I'm sure people who know me know I do that.
I told the dude, "Hey man, we're always down for some new fans/haters."
Oh, we love the haters.
So he said,
"Bring the hate."
So he says, "Yeah, so you apparently aren't into facts or making sense either. Still waiting to hear why they should ask for forgiveness. No, I don't tube into the live streams of some random idiots.
I love this guy.
And don't explain what they mean."
Oh my god, I love this guy.
Yeah, that's why I brought him up. That's why I wrote, "Dang, man."
Does he have a picture? Can I see it?
Yeah.
Let me see it.
I wrote, "Dang, man. How'd you get so mad about that? How do you figure I have to explain anything to you, man? I just looked at your profile and I still didn't get personal."
Dude, he's into this, though. He's into it.
I was going to friend him because he seems like a nice guy. I would have explained it if he just called in on the telephone. Should I call him?
Is he older or something?
He doesn't have any picture. I think he's Russian.
Because I was going to say that language sounds like boomer language, and I say that because
it does. Or like a Russian troll trying to sound like a boomer.
A Russian troll does it, and I'm familiar. I'm serious. This would be an impressive profile for a Russian troll because he has a lot of personal information that usually they don't waste time with.
Well, that's deep. This is deep state.
This is deep slate.
Deep slate.
And feta. Do you like that?
You guys want to talk about Antifa?
What do they want? Who are they? What's their agenda? And why did they do that to my daughter on her birthday? They always do that to my daughter on her birthday. Every year they show up. They light forest fires. Then they do that to my daughter on her birthday. Then they throw a rock through a private business instead of McDonald's. Way to go.
Why?
No. Yeah, no, come on. Don't even get me started.
Oh.
It's not even real. Antifa's not even real. It's like Santa Claus.
Did you?
You know what is real?
Israel.
So is Crimea. So Crimea River. Dude, I was going to mention to you earlier about when you came in here, I don't know why this just popped into my head, probably because I see it, that Bruce Dickinson of Iron Maiden, at the end of Hallowed Be Thy Name, this long-ass, like, trilogy of metal. It's like, holy fuck, it's epic. And then the last lyric is, yeah, hallowed be thy name. That's it. After all that build-up, I was listening. Yeah. It was like he was passed out. They're like, Bruce, dude, wake up, bro. We got to finish the song. The producer's pounding on the door. He's like, yeah. Hallowed be thy name. That's the song. That's it, dude. No, it's so not thoughtful.
Actually, that would rock.
There was some other shit. It was like, the eyes of the Nile. Like, dude, it's just, I don't know. It's just not believable. God, I love it still, and I just want to listen to it over and over again. How do they do that?
Yeah, it's weird, huh? People tap into some magic.
Here, dude, you want some beer?
Nah.
Why don't you ever drink beer?
I don't know. I used to like beer. I fell out of love with beer. There's so much beer in this town.
Take a piece of white dog shit and put it in your ear. All the dog shit in the park turns white this time of year. Sometimes I take it home and I chew on it with some beer. Remember that shit when there was white dog shit in all the parks everywhere?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we see that anymore? What happened? Is that from like the dog food in the 80s or something? Why doesn't dog shit turn white anymore? Does anybody see that anymore?
I think it's the food. Maybe it's the food they eat, or it's how long it's on the road. Maybe.
Road?
Or like
I remember my school. I used to go play in the field at my school when I was a kid, and there was white dog shit everywhere. We used to have to kick it out of the way so we could play our favorite game, Firebomb. I loved Firebomb because the big pretty fire trucks would show up. You know, in that schoolyard park that was on River Road in Oregon City. Nice. I actually did this. I'm gonna tell you a story right now, and it's totally true. I'm not proud of this story, unfortunately, but it's totally true. So back then I was listening to Anthrax. I was like 9 years old. Seriously. And I had like Anthrax shirts on and like Anthrax written in chalk on my hat. And I went to my school, into that field that was covered in white dog shit. Fuck that field. And I stuck a firecracker in a dead mole's ass. And then I blew the mole up from the inside out. I was a sick kid. I wasn't alone though. In fact, I only actually physically pushed one firecracker into the tight sphincter of the mole. Only one. It was kind of science, really. It was science. I did it in the name of science. I was doing an experiment in the white dog shit field, shoving firecrackers crackers in a dead mole's ass with some help from my friends. Wearing an anthrax shirt, that was a strange time. I gotta say, thinking about it now, holy shit, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, and at the time, my mom was driving a brown Camaro. We were transporting blow across the Canadian border. One night, it was super late. We pulled into an Elmer's pancake house, and I ordered a whole bunch of pancakes, and I ate them all, because I was super hungry. Hungry for pancakes. Pigs in a blanket. Extra bacon. I put syrup on everything. And powdered sugar too. And I drank about a gallon of coffee. I got a drop of do 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 do. I love the drum set, man. That's really cool. These are congas? Oh, you got like a delay on that or something?
Mm-hmm.
Get rid of that delay, man. You could be like, boom, boom, boom. Quick plug that in, bro. Here. Is that thing too new? It doesn't have one of the.
Yeah, man, it has both, man.
Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Gonna. Oh shit. I think I'm done singing about white dog shit. I noticed that nobody chimed in. Crank it up. Drop the beat. Really drop it. Is that a hi-hat? The fuck is that? Yeah, I love it, dude. Go, run, get to the chopper. I love being able to see up on the monitor. It's great. That's fucking sick, dude. That's fucking great. That's so great. We do. That's endless fun with that kind of shit right there.
Yeah. I just want to show.
Yeah. He's got a kick-ass app there.
Garage band.
The congas and shit are sick. I fucking love congas, dude. Seriously, I really do. I mean that. I fucking love congas. I like bongos. I know that's weird. People don't really appreciate bongos that much, but bongos are fucking rad. They're so primal, dude. You know, that's what's so cool about old skin drums like that, fucking, or whatever they're called, congas, djembes, doumbek, whatever the fuck, tablas, right? It's like fucking roars, fucking primal. Unlike finger tapping. You know, I was checking out some. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, come into your house. Looking for your dipstick. Gonna rip your sack off and send it to your family. I'm a sick motherfucker. I got to take a nap. I just need a few chips and maybe a couple of those wet naps. Oh man, do you guys have Netflix? No, that's okay, man. I'm not trying to be a dick, but most people have that kind of shit, man. You should be a bitch and pay 15 fucking bucks a month for some stupid ass shit. Yo, I was on the motherfucking street, partner. Ha! That's all I got for that part. Yo! Another brother got smoked last night! Somebody's gonna fucking tell me I'm racist for doing this, aren't they? It's fucked up about Twitch and shit. It makes me think about Tropic Thunder, because that was so fucking what?
I like that, like you're like, oh, having fun.
Tropic,
like,
yeah.
Oh, man.
Tropic Thunder, dude. Like, the context. It's all context. The context is fun. I've already made fun of fucking white people for the last 2 hours. It's too easy. Here, I'll do the white guy rapping. Yo, hanging out with my friends, eating avocado toast. There's a pretty girl. I might ask her to prom and take her down with my dad. My dad drives us. We're in the back seat, but we don't hold hands or look in each other's eyes. Is that how it goes? Something like that. I fucked up. Damn it! But that's what people want, right? That's what you said. They want to see me fuck up. You want to see me fail. Drop the beat. You know, Roman, don't quit your fucking day job, bro.
You don't come play in the battle now?
Oh no, dude, you're sick, bro. You're sick. Hey, you might want to sign up for some lessons, bro. I'm just... that was fun.
Trust me. I don't think, I could be wrong, but I don't
pee so bad.
I don't think GarageBand is what those guys typically use. It's
what do you mean?
Real active.
That is GarageBand?
Yeah, it's not very active.
That's kind of cool.
Like sometimes it hits when you hit it, and sometimes it just doesn't really feel like.
Oh yeah, and that doesn't
it's
work.
real good.
So you're gonna be on your own. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm really sorry, people. I mean, you're like Nick. You got one job. You're streaming. I gotta go to the bathroom. That means I gotta mask up. Oh, that's jamming, dog! Wow, that never gets old. I mean, there's something about that. It's like, I can just listen to that all night long. Put the fucking baby to sleep with that shit. Alright, bro, I'll be right back.
Is that your rap? Is that the rap? That's a good one, actually.
Guys gotta
We should go with that. We should put the baby to sleep on that. I don't know how to do it very good anyway. Does anyone even listen to us? Are you even listening? Are you even listening? Are you even listening? Okay, let's play something else. What should we play, guys? What should we play? What should we play? What should we play? Alright, let's play something else. Let's play World. Let's play a Pipa? Never heard of it. I was raised in the stockyards.
eating horse feed on the weekends. Sometimes mid-afternoon on Wednesdays. Chilling with the hogs. Hanging with the horse shit.
What the fuck?
Getting fucked by the goats.
Let's try this.
That last part's not... Okay. It was a long time ago. Why y'all bringing up old shit anyway? Seriously, what the fuck? Dumbass, motherfucking old shit. Ooh, do that? Is that like Indian shit? So I'm gonna do other Indian shit with it, alright? Hey, hey, that's the only Indian song I know! I need to expand my shit. Yo, man, what's in that genie lamp? It's vodka, man. I cracked myself up. All right. That's pretty sick, though. What is that thing? Whoa. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. That's sick. This instrument reminds me of the time I woke up on a TriMet bus. Mm-hmm. I could smell crack, but I couldn't see anybody smoking it. At that moment, I knew that I had smoked crack myself. I did feel shame, but I also felt really high on crack. So I decided to murder the bus driver and steal the bus. After I made that decision, I changed my mind and decided to get off the bus before I murdered the bus driver and stole the bus. High on crack, I wandered through the streets of Portland at 2 o'clock in the morning. I got mugged 13 times. For some reason, every time I got mugged, the mugger would leave some cash behind because I had cash stashed in a lot of different orifices. That's what you do when you smoke crack. So I wrote this song while I was out there, and it goes, yo, I need a good place to stash my cash flow. Only place I know is my butthole. Cash flow, straight gots to hide. So I wad up them bills, jam them way up inside. And now the cash flow is straight out of sight. Way up the sphincter where it's super tight. So that's what I did. It was a long night. I ended up in a Starbucks. And I had to borrow a phone cord to charge my phone because I'd lost mine. Interesting, it's another story. Meanwhile, I decided how I would get home, and I plotted out a way to buy a train ticket. I avoided a lot of the food carts and a lot of the weirdos that were bouncing off me as I walked down the street. Plus, I walked past CenturyLink Field where there was a game going on, and I had tickets, but I couldn't go, so, well, I just threw them on the ground instead of giving them to somebody, because I'm an asshole. So I got to the train station, and I realized the crack has been wearing off. If you've ever smoked crack, you know that when it starts to wear off, things ain't cool, man. Things ain't right. You start to feel all uncomfortable, man. You know what I mean? Like you want to crawl out of your own skin or something, man. Or you just want to you want to do something, but you don't really have a description for it. So I'm at the train station, and I look over and I see a dude who clearly has rock, but he didn't have any. So I kept sweating and freaking out, man. I got on the train. The rest of the story is actually, part of the story is actually true. I kind of just tweaked it a little bit. That was Roman, you're really into that thing, man.
No, just went with the story, man. I don't know about you guys. Did it go with the story?
I think it's really cool. Yeah. I think that's fucking sick, dude. That's better than the synth, man, because it's comprehensive.
Oh, we can't play them both at the same time?
No, not right now. Cable. I can figure out a way to do it.
Yeah, leave us in the chat there, chat. If you guys like the instrumentals, we can play some more.
Who's chatting? Who is that?
It looks like Callista.
Oh, man. Man, it's our only fan. Hey, $50. Just send it to me. Cash. Cash, though, man. It's off the books. You know what I'm saying? Alright.
I see. She says, say hi, but no headphones. Nice glasses, Batlock.
Batlock.
That's a great name.
So, James came up with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously based on Matlock.
Sure.
And Wish Luck was my touch to it. Because I just thought it was such a dumb name. I don't know, man. I
like it. It's funny.
Yeah, it is funny. And I just, like, I don't want my real name out there. Even though it's, like, right here. Look, it's right there. That was back in the day when Kyle used to book me at Everybody's Brewing. I had fun. I played well at those shows. Now that I think back, it's because I practiced a shitload. That's not very surprising. Newsflash to anybody who plays music.
Oh, excuse me.
Practice, bro. Yeah, that was crazy. No, that thing is sick.
Look at this, dude. Picture I was working on.
That's how. Oh, with that app you were talking about. That's fucking sick.
Isn't that cool?
I look like one of the dudes from They Live. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I just did this drawing yesterday. Drawing.
Drawing. He likes to do drawings.
It's like the band, you know. Yeah, it's pretty. It's like a good ass app. My girlfriend got me into this kind of stuff. Pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
I got another camera there, Chad. I think I'll put it up
Got
on
a little pen there.
Yeah, I got the pen.
Alright,
She hooked me up with the good stuff. But yeah, I like to draw. And
Alright, here it is.
My drawings.
People would come over the hills in search of golden barnacles and used crawfish, in search of four-wheel drive pickups and boats that didn't work. But they were here for the barnacles the whole time. Lush, delicious, rich, golden barnacles. Of course, you had to get past the used crawfish first. Okay.
Basically, when I did that, I remember just parts of it. That's, by definition, I was blackout drunk. So my wife and me like to go camping, backpacking really. Short backpacking trip, sort of. Just a place we go where we get like a whole lake to ourselves, and then I get shithoused. Because we bring whiskey. Because that's what I want. And because I'm a fucking weirdo and I like to get shit-faced in the middle of the forest, and that's when I made that video. What I remember about it was imagining coming over the hill, like, in search of something.
Yeah.
And then golden barnacles was the first thing that popped into my mind because I'm a psychopath.
Actually, golden barnacles that actually pops into my mind quite a bit.
Is this on? Oh, man.
All right, well, that was fun. How
What
do
do
you
you
guys
mean?
feel today?
We're just getting warmed up. We got
How
2
do you
more
guys feel
hours.
today?
Nobody's responding, Roman. Nobody's saying anything.
What are you guys up to today?
Oh, this guy replied to my shit.
I was just drawing.
He's doing his drawings.
So what do you guys think? Russell Wilson gonna come back with the Seahawks or not?
Yeah, of course he is. Why wouldn't he?
They're gonna trade him to the Bears.
Well, so apparently that dude who wanted to use my video
Yeah.
said he's interviewing one of the members of the band on that podcast episode that he's using my video on.
Well, that's cool.
I guess that is kind of cool. I don't know. That's
Yeah,
great. I
sure,
mean,
sure.
I'm flattered, obviously, but it's not like... The thing is this, I'm so critical of my own shit, and I know exactly what that video is, and I'm a dork. I'm wearing a headband in it. I know I'm giving it all I got, but damn, man. I mean, I just... As a person and as a musician, I feel like I'm always growing, so anything old to me is shit. Last week is shit. That's not actually entirely true. Recorded shit's different.
Right.
Like
If
our
you nail it.
yeah, our demo's sick. That shit sounds better every time I fucking listen to it, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I think that what you should be doing, it should, and so you should kind of want to readjust your bias to like not enjoying the feeling of it because you know that feeling is like it's just you working on your shit, but you can't really associate it with any kind of reality in a way because you know it's just bullshit. You know, it's bias. You know, you're just biased against yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I'm critical.
And it's like it's not like you're not trying to get better at it, but you know, there's a spectrum of like people who think their shit doesn't stink and need to like be told once in a while, hey, you know, you need to like look at yourself. And there are other people who really look at themselves like almost too much, where you go, hey man, you know, it's all good. Well, if you're in a band, you're already pretty much in the middle of somewhere because like the people on either end of that can't even get into bands because they're way too whacked out
right
about their shit. But so if you can be in a band and like handle like even being offended once in a while just in your own mind about a situation, like you didn't like how it went down and it might even be your own fault, but you know that if you like, I'd rather be in a band that's pretty fucking good than I would worry about this particular situation. Like over that time, it helps me not worry about in particular, you know, one feeling about something because I just know it's gonna go up and down. Like I'm gonna like something I did, and
absolutely.
I'm not gonna like it, and I'm gonna like it. What I don't
I was waiting
like
for
is
you to get
quitting. What I don't like is quitting.
I don't ever quit.
And that's what matters to me is like in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
end I win for sure every time
Never
if
been a
I
quitter.
try. If I keep going and I keep trying shit, I know that I'm winning.
No, so when you said that, I was waiting for you to get to that and bring it back to that because I knew that's where you're heading with it. I look at it like, or one way I look at that is I get high, like I get drunk, and I hear my music two different ways.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Right. So sober, I hear it one way. Drunk, I hear another way. That's just one example. It could be a psychedelic experience or something else too. But the whole idea is looking at your music from another state of mind kind of creates that for me to where a point where I'm like, oh, that sucks, or oh, I love like this 2 seconds of my guitar work or something on one song, and then when I'm sober, I'm like, why did I like that riff? Like the vocal part's great, and then I realize, Nick, who cares? Just go play it. Don't fucking think about it.
Well, that's why I wonder, like, why does anybody like anything?
Totally.
In a certain sense, and like I said, and that goes back to like this kind of stream where like nobody could watch it or whatever it is. Doesn't matter. It's a timestamp that we have some kind of content and we build more content and it supplements content and it may end up coming right back to just one song we ever made.
Mm-hmm.
One song. That's all that it ever really was, that anybody ever found anything. But once they found that one song, if they ever liked one song, they'll dig through everything else you ever did. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
and so
that's
there's
what I
all
do.
this other bullshit where you're sitting here talking about that, and somebody's gonna find this that liked that song and be like, "Whoa, they were talking about that." Because, like I said, I don't have any respect for time in the first place.
For time?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I just looked at a clock.
Well, no. I didn't know that's what you're doing. No, I don't have any respect for time. What I'm saying is, like, I can go to. I've already been somewhere. For instance, I've already been like to Lincoln City to this hotel room.
Mm-hmm.
So I can go in my mind and go, okay, I'm gonna walk up the stairs, pull into there, you know.
Mental image. Just a mental
go all the way
image.
through it, enjoy it. Here's the there's the hot tub. You know,
Mhm.
oh, running through the beach. Oh, it's windy. Oh, you know what I mean? Oh, long line, try to get some crab. You know what I mean? Like I already know everything. You know, I know slow traffic. I know where it's gonna get slow.
Yeah.
And so like almost in a way, if you do it a couple times and it actually lands pretty close to your imagination, you start to almost get lost in the two. And there's a kind of, you can almost just do the vacation and come back and be like, man, it was cheaper.
My
know,
wife
it's like-
wouldn't want to hear that.
Well, nobody. I don't even want to. I want to go. I like you with your physical body in a hot tub. There's a hell of a lot more going on than in your imagination.
Oh, dude, the spot we go. So at Starfish, man, you can order. We order Chinese food. It gets delivered there. I think it's hilarious that we eat Chinese food on the beach.
Well, last time we went
I
there,
love it.
it was COVID. We went on vacation. It was COVID, and there was no fucking where to eat because there was lines and everything was closed and it was fucked. So we ate at this pizza joint, right, out of town, Lincoln City. Well, goddamn, that fucking whole area burnt because of that fire.
Oh my god.
So now I'm like, holy shit! I think we ate there. I'm pretty sure that whole area burnt. Like that, whatever that name of that little tiny town was. I don't remember. Maybe Calista remembers. I don't know if she can hear us.
Huh.
Because I think she's at work. But you know,
that's rough.
I can't remember. But yeah, I saw the name of that town. I mean, the fucking thing was like, you know, smaller than Parkdale.
Mm-hmm.
But it had a little pizza joint that I found, and I'm like, fuck, let's just drive there and get pizza. Fuck it. Because I get tired of that. It was fucked.
So we went there right before. So when because we go every year too to Lincoln City. We go to this Well, do you guys cook crab in your room?
No. I was just talking shit about the crab.
Oh, okay.
No, I just wanted to go to a regular restaurant that had fucking seafood.
Yeah, because that's the funny thing. They always say that in that place we stay, you can't no candles, no incense, no seafood.
Oh, I don't think any of them want.
Because it's
like
like
it's like a
lover's getaway. Yeah, it's like a couple's getaway or whatever. What the hell were we just talking about?
I just wanted to eat some fucking restaurants.
Oh, restaurants. We went there February, late February last year, which we usually don't. So you got stroked because of the fucking.
Well, I mean, we just went
pandemic.
Because it was actually like it was far enough into the pandemic that I was like, you know what, fuck it. We got to do something.
When did you go?
It was like in May.
Oh, okay.
So it was like, it was a couple months in, and it was like, we'll just go because you got to do something.
So that, like, your bed looked like that?
No, I didn't buy that. I could have, I think, could have bought like the
place.
Oh,
is
maybe
pretty
it
sick.
did. I don't remember if it had the fucking rose petals on it.
It's like that every time.
Maybe it had that.
It's got the freaking hot tub right by the window, facing the beach. Pretty sweet.
You got pictures on.
Oh yeah. I wanted the indoor hot tub because we like to stay when it's it's a little bit colder, and I just like to chill in the warmth of my room with the fire going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I like that. The same exact. Well, they got like we've talked about this before. It's the same company. They got a bunch of similar.
They have a bunch down there. Yeah.
Similar setups, but. They're just smart to know how to set up their shit in Oregon coast area because like it's just fucking cold. You know what I mean? Like, and so no matter how much you like bomb it to try to be like,
Oh wait, that's bad.
You try to get like
That doesn't work. Can't see shit.
You try to get like, excited about like laying on the beach and shit. You just start getting pelted by fucking sand. And you can like hang out there for a while. That comes in really good, doesn't it? That's good. You look good. You look happy there. You look like everything's all right.
This is what we did on that trip. This is in our room. Yeah, seriously. My wife even tried to pull one off. She did all right. Now you got me wanting to go to the beach.
Well, it's just fun to go on road trips anywhere. I was wanting to go somewhere else. I had this idea that you kind of get fucked when you go. Nice.
That was our show.
I got this idea that you kind of get fucked when you go anywhere cool. So I was thinking, like, what's a hotel somewhere where there's nothing? Like, isn't there like nice hotels and like places where there's really anything going on?
Like what? Like what do you mean exactly?
Well, like Skamania Lodge, for instance, like out of season.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's other places where there's like nothing really going on, but they're still open.
Right.
But you can go there and like they have all the same shit, but there's no one there really, because it's not like peak. Like it's whatever the people go there normally for.
Right.
Like a place that like is for skiing, but it's like the skiing's really shitty at that time, and you go there because you ain't skiing.
Right. Yeah, like Timberline in the summer.
They got all the same shit. They got all the food and all the same shit. You know
well, it depends on what the experience that you want.
Because I don't want to go fucking. Skiing.
Like my wife and me, when we go to that place, it's called Starfish Manor. We fucking buy the nice room. Like fuck it. You know what I mean? The one that has like fucking because that's what I want. I want to be pampered. I don't want to deal with any.
It's not the room that I think you couldn't get. I think it's more about the fucking amount of people that are trying to do the thing you're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so there's like certain public concepts, like how many people are on the beach, or how many people are like in a shop that you might want to look at stuff.
The coast is that's the thing that's different about the coast is a year-round thing. Like, people are there in the winter for winter storms. People are there in the spring for spring break. Summer's
Sure.
self-explanatory. Fall, people now travel for fall because fall colors and all that bullshit. So.
Same thing, like we got snowboarding and everything here, and we got the windsurfing, but the windsurfing and the kiteboarding and all the downtown shit, that's just much more dominant here. So like I say, you know, like they're like Skamania is a good example. Like they got some pretty high end shit there, but then like it's not necessarily always full.
So
you know,
I get these mixed up. Skamania has that where the course is, or does Carson also have a golf course?
They both do.
They both do. Okay, and they're
I think
different.
Skamania doesn't have a course anymore.
Right. So Carson's the links course.
That's the one that's like
Has
goes
tall
in-
grass like links style golf.
Yeah.
Shared greens and shit.
I don't know.
God damn it, I get
I
it
don't
mixed
know.
up. But anyway, it sounds like.
I don't know nothing about that course. I've driven by it, but I've never played there.
I don't know.
But it's Skamania.
I played there on the 4th of July with James, and it was huge. Huge! Had split greens where you had shared greens where it was pretty cool.
That's interesting.
I was just thinking, you said Skamania Lodge off season, I'm like, what is the occasion at Skamania Lodge?
Just tourist woods.
What are they doing? What are
I
you
don't know,
doing?
Summertime people go.
You're a tourist. You're from.
Well, they have like fucking all the bullshit like tennis
thing is
courts.
something
They had like
dumb.
axe throwing and a golf course and a bunch of old people things. You know what I mean? But
Okay,
they're
so-
probably going fucking windsurfing and they're jacking off around the gorge.
So you
whatever.
traveled from.
Oh,
Is
I
Dickistan.
imagine it's the same as like fucking the
You're gonna go
River
play
Inn
tennis?
down here. What what do they have? They don't get shit there, but the river's right there, so you know what I'm saying.
Because you're somewhere different.
Well, there's like a zip line there.
That's right.
There's like there's some shit to do.
That's
But I'm
just
saying it's the woods, man. To some people, that's the woods. Like fuck,
hiking
man.
or something. Or
Well,
like
no, I'm just saying like you sure, but I'm just saying like just being there
just being
is super the woods to city people. you
right.
know?
No, yeah, good
Just
point.
in general,
Mhm.
you know. Like I went to another. I drove some people and when I was driving taxi, I drove them up to this fucking resort up in Washington that was kind of similar. It was just the woods. It was
Huh.
just a dope ass fucking place. Woods.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Man, your boat, your boat, man.
Whoa, man!
Your boat,
Whoa!
Dude, your boat, dude.
All right, that'll be $50.
Right, so that's been about an hour and a half. So.
Oh no, we're going all night, bro. All right, we're good. We'll sign out.
No, but I think
Remember our
hour and a half-
sponsors, Abreva.
Hour and a half's like our Thursday night normal.
All right, and then Sunday we'll be back playing music, practicing. Band practice is going well. We're looking forward to getting back to playing live music. At the Underground here, we're talking about doing a potential yard sale kind of event. Roman, is that right?
That'd be cool. I mean, I think what we want to
Hot
do
dogs?
is we got a bunch of shit that we could sell here, but we need to make sure that we have a broad enough stroke on who knows about it.
We just catalog it. We're just going to catalog it, take pictures of it, and then what I was thinking we would do is just clear out these front rooms, and everything that's for sale is in those front rooms.
Yeah.
And everything that's not is not. And then, it doesn't just have to be about selling shit, too. It's really just about bringing people down here to the Underground to let them know, hey, business is opening back up. You
Yeah.
can rent the venue. There's going to be lessons. You can rent equipment. You can rent services.
And we can get hot dogs.
Hot dogs. I'm not even kidding about that. I
No, I
fucking
think
love
we should
hot
get a little
dogs. I'm
barbecue
fucking
down
serious.
here. Maybe we should get we could get a sponsor.
Sucking on a chili dog.
How about a sponsor? How about a sponsor for like some free pizza, huh? Who's got free pizza out there?
Yeah,
Anyone?
dude.
Free beer.
Pizza would be
Somebody,
good. Free pizza would
beer.
be good. I
Somebody's
just,
got free beer. We could do free beer and some free pizza, and we'll give it away, and then we'll do a raffle for a guitar amp. Or something.
seriously?
Yeah, why not?
That's a great idea. Oh, dude, a
should
raffle
do that.
is a great idea. We could
Should
do a
raffle.
raffle for all kinds of fun little shits.
Yeah.
You already mentioned that. I didn't really understand
Raffles.
it. Yeah.
All right. Fuck you guys. See you Sunday. Very nice to see so many people that checked us out today. That was exciting.
Who, just one? Just one on Twitch tonight? Yeah, that's great. All right. Doesn't matter. I'm fucking famous now. Just gave you my heart and soul, man. That's everything I got.
Oh, yeah, it's been good. It's been real. Go Blazers.